oil and gas activities is cost too much money to have your staff wasting time because of logistics. So what we're doing there, we've got the shore base supporting them. So all the staff from the rig or platform has to come from the shore base, and this is where we'll be managing things for them. We've got like hiring spaces, hiring our cranes, trucks, and to do the business. So logistics is a very important part of in that business. Otherwise, you can't you're asking people to come and invest in your country, but you've got nothing to help them support the activities. So you can't. That's one of the main reasons we come down here, say in Nigeria, because we know Nigeria's got to experience, oil in this country. It's been talking about oil in the country like late 50s, and we just started in Cote d'Ivoire. So just try and benchmark the companies, see how things been done here, how your past and now the future, what could be done all together, getting companies coming here and down there. So it's the main thing we're thinking about of doing here. But as I said, logistics is a very important part of it. You're asking people to come, you need to make sure at least they can do the job from our shore base.
Now, Cote d'Ivoire has just come out of a political crisis. So what challenges are you facing when it comes to logistics?
We're coming from a long way. Ivory Coast Cote d'Ivoire has been facing been trouble, just back on track, as I said before. So what we're planning to do is to make sure things like Cote d'Ivoire used to be a very nice country, it's a very stable country, and people that's like a dream for people to come and visit the country. And now, because of the time we're wasting doing war, and it's a sad part of it, but we have to talk about sometime just to explain to people where we're coming from. We now just thinking of getting things back to how it used to be before. So what we're doing, we're investing in the country. The thing is to make Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan, like a hub in Africa, connecting with Lagos and Abuja and South Africa, how do you call it? The South African city there, how we could interact all together, try and develop our companies, countries. So logistics in Cote d'Ivoire now, because of most of our economy was based on coffee and cocoa. Now we find some oil, and which we want to use to help and develop the country. Obviously, if you can ask people to come down there, do the business without logistical infrastructure, also it's a very important part of it now, and that's what we're trying to do.
In terms of local content development, what is the government doing to make sure the locals are integrated in the development of the sector?
First thing, I studied back in the UK. I graduated from I did a master's in the UK, worked in the US as well. What Cote d'Ivoire is doing now is just to make sure people from the country who got granted a scholarship, studied Europe, in America, come back to the country to help and develop the country. No one is going to do it for us. This is our thing first. And company PETROCI is a national company who is using all the people working for PETROCI are all Ivorians. It's 100%. And we want to get Ivorian involved in that oil sector now, because obviously, as I said, we need us to develop our country. No one is going to do it for us. Obviously, we need to interact with other company people to learn from their experiences. But it's mostly based on Ivorians to do the job, to make sure the country goes forward, which has done for most of Ivorians. So PETROCI, whoever works for PETROCI, as I say, PETROCI is like the door to get into the country. Whoever works for PETROCI, you need to make sure you're Ivorian. So to work for PETROCI, Ivorian first. This is the idea. PETROCI, Ivorians, and then we could ask other partnership to come and help us, but it's mostly PETROCI first.
What role is Cote d'Ivoire positioning itself to play when it comes to boosting logistics in the region?
We're doing it now. We've started it, for LPG and so on, like pipeline and so on. Starting from Abidjan, we're going to Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. We've done it like Abidjan to Yamoussoukro, which is the capital. From Yamoussoukro, we're going to Ouagadougou, connecting with most of those countries was linked to Cote d'Ivoire for the electricity, and that's how it used to be. And because, as I said, the period we went through, all that couldn't go forward. We have to stop them, and now we're back, in that business. and we're just trying to make sure, as it used to be, because Ivory Coast was a country which was well developed before.